Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! CNN nasty all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ooh, I feel the tastiness. I feel the tastiness in the air right now, man. I can taste it, I can smell it, I can suck it, I can feel it. What's up, wrestling fans? This is the Monday Night Raw review for June 24th, 2019. The Undertaker returns out of complete nowhere to be another crutch for Roman Reigns, I suspect. And I suppose that's why we are where we are. I thank Big Matt earlier, Big Matt, for being the big donator earlier today in my stream on the Corrupted YouTube channel. But right now, it's time for the Raw review. Raw was weird tonight. Like it actually kept my interest for a while in a way. Didn't really love it, not much, but you know, it was something. It wasn't like last week. I will say that. There was like moments of it that were like nice and everything, but for the most part, you know, I don't know. I couldn't get that behind it. They tried. It was clear that we got again the no commercial breaks during matches thing, sort of, for the most part. They, you know, broke the rule a little bit here or there, sort of, but for the most part, yeah, they stuck to that again, so that was definitely a true, I mean, we saw it happen last week, but then, you know, the reports came out and things like that, so clearly that's a real deal. If you guys like, you can go ahead and leave a like down below. We'll get to maybe 100 likes pretty soon. Elliot dropped a $10 super chat earlier, and I believe it's gonna play, so we'll see if that happens real quick, and hopefully it does. But while I do that, while I get that ready, we will. Some people will fall asleep. I would say that like I did start getting tired towards the end of Raw. I don't know if that was just me though, because I was starting to feel kind of shitty because I ate these chicken nuggets and then I ate this fucking thing earlier. And I just feel like I got nauseous a little bit. But after all the antibiotics for my ear, I'm starting to think that the nausea is just from like, you know, you need all those good bacteria in your intestines. You know, it's been days of antibiotics, and I haven't. So I've got some yogurt, you know, to put those with the probiotics or whatever you call it back in. So I don't know if that's why I'm feeling nauseous, or it's all the salt. You know, I don't fucking know. Or was it WWE? Maybe just WWE's make me goddamn nauseous. I don't know. But Jake DeMarco, what's up, you sexy beast master?
What's going on, cock ruler?
Ugh.
I was going to go a little bit deeper, but that's enough. You are the cock ruler.
Cock ruler. What the
That's
hell?
That's right. You rule all the cocks in the land. They bow to your greatness. Yeah, tonight was odd. even more bizarre than that opening line. It was just
Odd.
They didn't really feel like they had a full plan in mind for some of the things. Other things, it was like, yeah, we know what we want to get done, and it was very predictable. I didn't mind the opening, but we pretty much called that hook, line, and sinker last night.
I mean, that was dead on what we heard, you know.
Yeah, we said, I had guessed, and the news started to come out, and it just that was it. Absolutely, 100% nail on the head for that one.
Didn't see Roman teaming with the Undertaker.
No, that was the only thing that I had not heard anything about, and that was a real big surprise. And
that was a genuine surprise. I gotta say,
yeah.
man, that was like, what the fuck? The
lights went out, and I was like, oh, maybe Bray's coming now, because we had seen the puppets throughout the night already a few times.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's the Undertaker. The gong hits, and I was like, oh, okay, that's random.
I was convinced we were going to definitely see Bray, but then I was like, well, what if we just keep seeing puppets every week? And I was like, oh, no. I hope that's not what happens, but it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we didn't call the Undertaker being there, but it's just a bizarre thing, really, for him to team with Roman Reigns. I mean, they faced each other. What is it, like they're going to do the mutual respect angle now? You beat me at WrestleMania 33, and now we're teaming because...
a lot of people ask me, why did I help Roman Reigns? I didn't help Roman Reigns. I just always hated that son of a bitch, Shane McMahon.
It's just going to be a stupid reason, but it's just...
I doubt they'll even give us a reason.
No, yeah, it's just another...
Because they already made the match for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So that's 2 out of the way right there. Bam, bam, 2 tag matches. And it doesn't work for me.
Another legend puts over Reigns.
It's another legend to help Reigns get over, man. Again. Legend number 500 to try to put over Reigns. Maybe
they've already given him the Undertaker once to beat. Now they're giving him to team. I didn't expect them to team with the Undertaker. That's just so random that I don't know. It was nice to see the Undertaker be able to pull off some moves that looked a little bit more fulfilled and vibrant, nice per se, because Shane and McIntyre really sold well. That big boot looked, better than we've seen.
Dude, McIntyre sold the shit out of that boot. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he was holding his face already, and he just went backwards. And Shane, kicking and flailing all over the place for the choke slam. So that was good, granted, but I'm really perplexed as to what why? Just why? Like I said, a little bit of story goes a long way for me. If you explain something, even if it's the simplest explanation, that helps.
Well, it's probably... I mean, maybe it's coming, maybe it's not. I don't know.
I highly doubt they're going to give us a reason at all. They're just going to... We got the match, and that's it. It's because he faced Shane before. So him and Shane had some unfinished business, even though he won. It would make more sense because Undertaker lost to Roman for him to face Roman. That would be the unfinished business. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't quite get it. And will we get an answer? Will we get an answer? I don't know. Let's go to the donation.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Alexa looking rapey as hell tonight.
Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? The Dick Chicken with the 316. Dude, Alexa looking rapey as hell tonight. What the fudge? Dude, why did I even censor myself? I have no idea. Anyway, thank you for that donation. People love the goal. I don't know, people seem to love the goal. People keep telling me to put up goals because it's fun. So there it is up there. We set the goal. We're getting there. Rambo mode.
Every day.
What up, Rambo mode?
Why are champions losing on TV?
No,
this
I don't
company
go.
is fucking retarded. And why is Joe on his way to a WWE championship match? Logic.
You know what, dude? Rambo mode, thank you for the donation, man. That's now the largest donation of this stream. Let's put it up there with the 420. Thank you, Rambo mode. Yeah, absolutely enraging. I get like they thought like this is the guy to put against AJ to keep the people watching to the end of the show tonight. They feel like the people that would stick around the longest are the smarky people, the wrestling fan. A lot of the younger kids are going to go to bed anyway, so they felt, well, we're going to put on this sporting match at the end.
Problem is, younger kids like Ricochet, so they're also trying to have that happen as well. I heard they want Ricochet because he's clicking with the younger audience to be kind of at the forefront of what they're doing on Raw. But you might see him appear later
is he
because
losing?
it's making the kids stay up since it's summer break.
Why is he losing to AJ Styles? Like, it's just
I said that
fucking
last
retarded.
night too. I said that's my big worry. I said now we're gonna have him win the title just for him to lose because it's a non-title match. I said why is it non-title? That means he's got to lose.
Dude,
that was my big worry
retarded.
last night, and that's what we got. I hate it when they do that. Talk about taking the wind out of his sails.
Absolutely stupid. Like, for him to lose, like, he just won this damn thing.
And they made it a special moment too last night with the backstage, behind the scenes shot of everybody, praising him and giving him, some rightful adulation. And now it's just taken away because he got beat by AJ. And I hate when people say, "Oh, but it's AJ Styles. Of course he got beat." Well, that doesn't work like that, Well, now essentially he's an unworthy champ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get it. They were trying to say, like, he's almost could be AJ, and they were even saying stuff like that, I get what they were doing, but it's like, no, don't do that.
Because they've said it over and over again. There's no shame when you lose to AJ Styles because it's AJ, and they really tried to hammer that home, and they really strained the point of making Ricochet look like an underdog. But in my mind, Samoa Joe is more of the fearsome opponent than AJ in a sense. That was basically the bigger challenge of the two. So he can take out Samoa Joe, but he can't take out AJ, and that's troublesome. So, and we did actually say last night as well that it kind of seemed like Chris Jericho made a great point, and it kind of seemed like that would be what they were doing, putting Samoa Joe in one of the main title pictures, and that's what we got. He's going to be going after Kofi Kingston, so I'm all for that. That's a great step in the right direction.
Kofi Kingston, eat my ass, Kofi Kingston. He got the shit beat out of him. That was one of the better segments of the night, especially the way they ended.
Do a little basketball.
It's Alex Jones.
Concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little
what's going on, you son of a
devil
bitch?
worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Fuck you.
I don't give a shit about this show. Here's some money. Good night.
Piece of shit.
Elliot dropping in with the $10. Thank you, Elliot, for that. Appreciate that, dude. Shit, I gotta fix this now. Elliot going to the $10 mark. Latest donation coming in from Elliot. He takes the top spot. Tonight, will Elliot reign as the champ? Elliot in the $10 spot. Thank you, man. Will he take home the JCS Virtual Championship of the stream tonight? We'll find out about Elliot. Thank you for the $10, man. Appreciate that. Look at fucking Alex just fucking smashing shit. I missed that crazy idiot. Oh, man. You got to download the goddamn InfoWars app now to watch that fucking guy. Oh, it's crayon time. Dude, I don't have crayon, but I drank the shit out of coffee tonight.
My enemies are the crayon and rain.
Fucker. Jared Barron's here. Now it's a goddamn party.
Crayon man, come on, make me believe in tasty. I'm so thirsty, would you answer me? Crayon man. All my friends are fucking the man, 'cause all my friends are drinking crayon. They're drinking crayon, 'cause all my friends are drinking crayon. I got the fucking crayon.
Need that for Raw every single night.
We got
The Undercran has returned from the depths of Joe's refrigerator to be poured into my deep, wet throat.
Oh, god damn it. Deep, wet throat? Damn it. Jared Barron, man, it's good to hear from you. Thank you so much, man. I will go in your deep, wet throat anytime. Yeah, that was Raw for you. Jared Barron, thank you for the $17, man. And that is the new top donation. Thank you, Jared Barron. Appreciate that, bro. So what did you? So you like the start of Raw? I don't even remember.
I didn't mind it. It works. At least they were pretty straightforward about, all right, if once this happens, you get this match, there is no more. That's it. That's all there is to it. You're not going to go ahead and have any more rematches, no more title shots. So there's a good way to end the feud. I don't see them taking the belts off of either one of them yet, and it's a good way to keep everybody busy till SummerSlam, get some new feuds past that. And I don't hate the idea of them working together as a tag team in a mixed, tag match. So the story has been decent for Lacey Evans. Baron Corbin, I don't, really care for what he's doing. And it's not that I don't like him. It's just in this current role, he's not really succeeding well. So, but
I don't really enjoy him. Yeah, I mean, I don't care for it. It's a pretty good though.
I like the Lacey Evans part of it though.
Yeah, well, it's pretty good what they're doing. I mean, I don't like any of it anyway, but it is decent what they're doing. I mean, it makes sense. These two are hated.
They said with Seth saying that he couldn't put his hands on a woman, so that was at least acknowledged as well. They did bring that up. We said we don't even know if they're that, having that much of forethought, but they did. They outright had Seth say, "Oh, I couldn't hit a woman. That's why he chose Lacey." So that was good at least. The dynamic between Becky and Seth though is so awkward.
Yeah, they're weird.
It's hard to believe that they're really a couple in real life. It feels like they were just a on-screen romance. Doesn't feel legitimate at all. There is no chemistry between them two at all.
Yeah, they are fucking weird.
They are really, really, really bizarre.
They look like brother and sister being forced to kiss.
Yeah, and there's just no emotion behind anything. It's very uncomfortable to watch them.
Do you think it is fake?
I don't know, because I've seen them, for quite a while. People were speculating if they were together because they were very flirty at, public events, and they've gone to non-WWE things together. You never know, though. I don't think it's fake, but maybe they're just not comfortable being that lovey-dovey couple on the air, so they're just, they're not okay with this, but they have to do it.
And they're weird.
Because, think about it. If you and Leah had to be an on-air couple, even though you're, together in real life, you don't want to do it, so you're just essentially putting your best foot forward. That kind of is what it feels like at this point.
Yeah, Leah would be weird.
Yeah, you'd be very just...
I wouldn't be. I'd be groping her.
And you wouldn't have a lot of energy or passion.
I'd be groping her. Like rubbing her ass.
Well, that's what I'm saying. she even smacked his butt last night, and that was like a chuckle-worthy moment. But the rest of it just felt very uncomfortable. And today or tonight I should say, was even more just cringy.
Dude, Carmella and Truth have more chemistry than them.
Yeah, they really do.
And Carmella's like dating Corey Graves, but Carmella...
Yeah, I was say Corey Graves and Carmella have more.
I mean, dude, it comes off like Carmella and fucking R-Truth feel more like a couple than Rollins and Becky do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or whatever the fuck it is. I'm just telling you, if Seth Rollins, if you're listening, which you're not, you guys are weird on TV. I'm not kidding. You're fucking weird.
It just doesn't come across with any emotion between the two of them.
I know that I don't have much right now, but it's just they are weird. Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man is the quintessential, the top of for whatever reason they were they had all this chemistry. Shawn and Sensational Sherry had chemistry. Macho Man,
Lita and Matt Hardy, and Lita and Edge.
Lita and Edge had chemistry. Yeah, there's got to be other examples that I'm missing here, but
Stone Cold and his fist with Deborah.
Even Stone Cold and Deborah, at the 7-Eleven that night. Hey,
Deborah, I'll beat your ass.
Steve Austin and Deborah had chemistry.
King Booker when you had Charbel,
Yeah, they had chemistry. But Seth
Chris
Rollins,
Benoit and his wife. No, that's a bad one, but
that's fucked up.
There's more examples though. They're just not all coming to mind.
But goddamn, they don't. They are like fucking. It's almost like people that are married that just found out they're related.
Yeah, even Seth. Beth Phoenix. I keep wanting to call him Seth. Beth Phoenix and Santino had more of a dynamic, to them being a couple than I feel like Becky and Seth do.
Yeah, I mean,
and I couldn't stand them together, so we brought them up last night, and it's funny how that that's literally what it comes down to is they seemed more legitimate. There's
weird.
Just no real interaction between the two.
It's creeping me out, dude. I feel like it's why am I feeling creepy about it? There's something to that.
Hell yeah.
Hello, Mr. Show.
Hello.
We noticed your thumbnail of one of our residents that escaped last night. He rambled about putting on some attire and assaulting someone for money. If you find him, don't approach and call authorities immediately. Come home, Marky Poo.
Come home, Marky Poo. Look, there he is.
I want a tombstone, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Thank you. Appreciate that donation. From Amsterdam Nursing Home. And now Robbie Hyde's checking in. What up, Robbie? Amsterdam Nursing Home.
Undertaker couldn't even do a good choke slam on Shane. Jesus Christ, go home you fuck. I'm gonna be honest, I have barely paid attention to WWE the last couple of weeks. I don't connect with anything. I'm more engaged with Boston sports at the moment.
Robbie Hyde, I agree with you. Why wouldn't you be? I mean, you're watching the Red Sox probably. You know? I mean, you fuck.
Super chat.
I don't blame you.
Party.
This is awful. God Phoenix, thank you for the $1 super chat party. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Teardrops and Will Tactics and a few others said Billy and Chuck. Yeah, Billy and Chuck definitely had more chemistry than Becky and Seth. So.
I'm yelling at Bailey.
Good. He deserves it, I'm sure. I didn't know something was playing because I can't hear the sounds still. Yeah, I guess we are going to get McIntyre taking on The Undertaker at SummerSlam. I know, Why Society said that in the chat. I had heard that as well, but I mean, that's an interesting match. I'm all about that because McIntyre can sell quite well, so, very well. I'm sure he'll make Undertaker look like $1 million and a younger man than Goldberg did.
Oh, shit.
It's gritty.
Thought I paused them. Scared the hell out of me. We're getting gritty up in this motherfucker. What up, Gritty? You googly-eyed prick.
The wrestling problem is the world problem. Without true expression there is no emotion, just going through the motions. Everything is backwards. The world, and wrestling, needs a true badass to level the playing field. Love your show.
What is this?
Mayan Jin Abaddon.
Jesus Christ. I cannot read shit when it's all blended together. It fucks my head.
Making some valid points there. What did M17 say? That Ricochet and his finger have more chemistry?
Yeah, right.
Dean Ambrose and Stone Cold have more chemistry, and John Moxley will be on Ambrose's podcast next week again, so can't wait to see how that turns out. They're doing a redo. Getting a bit of a do-over. I'm excited to see how that turns out, because they both said they...
thank you, man.
Show turned out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck Bailey's talking about.
Wasn't sure if anything was playing, so. And, happy early birthday, Fade to Black. Happy birthday, bud. Hope you enjoy it. But, yeah, going through everything, there's a few things tonight, and I'm curious as to, still with The Undertaker, that's a bit of a hang-up. They've done very bad over time. They've handled the Samoa Joe character pretty poorly. I mean, think about it. He goes from a loss last night of the U.S. title, now he's suddenly in the main title picture. I'm not complaining that he's there. It's just an awkward transition and timing. And we've seen him deliver some amazing beatdowns on champions and opponents before. The build-up to his matches are great, but when he gets to the dance, he stumbles. He falters. He never really gets the job done. We haven't seen him win any of the big belts, and he's had the mid-card titles here and there, but unfortunately he's had chances against big opponents, Brock Lesnar, and it doesn't happen. Roman Reigns, AJ Styles. It just it doesn't work. So imagine if he does beat Kofi and this follows through. That would be great, and that would be certainly some of the steps to repairing his damaged character. I think that if he can finally, put up and shut up everybody, that'd be a great thing. He's so many times, has he had these fantastic promos, these real sadistic, evil son of a bitch, you can't stand him. He's such a good heel promos. And then he just falls flat and gets his ass kicked. I think everybody's tired of that happening. So that's certainly something that I'm hoping changes with him working with Kofi. And Kofi is a very sympathetic babyface. The crowd cares about him a great deal. Samoa Joe is going to get a ton of heat, not only just by beating him down, but everything that I'm sure he's going to say on the mic, that's going to amplify it for sure. So if he takes the title from Kofi, I think that would be excellent. Not going to hold my breath for that one. I'm not really anticipating that's what's going to happen, but it would be interesting. It seems like AJ Styles is also going to be turning heel. We kind of heard that at one point. I am curious if we're going to see more with the back and forth between him and the club. He's been giving them a lot of hell for them not being able to win matches, and they have the kind of like the reconnecting of sorts, but I'm not sure what they're planning here. Is it going to be them leading towards getting a tag title run, or is this just for the meantime because they were teaming up together with Triple H for that, Japan tour, and then they're just going to fall by the wayside again and not be utilized anymore? It's interesting, but I'm hoping for better days for them.
Yeah, fuck Raw.
Kind of a cool backstage note, we keep wondering why Baron Corbin gets all these chances and so much time on TV, and he's and he originally ruffled some feathers the wrong way, and that's why he lost the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I guess since then he's made amends and he's done a lot right. The management apparently loves him. He doesn't injure people. He's really easy to hate, and Vince loves the end of days moves, I guess. And somebody said that the end of days, curiously, is yet to be kicked out of in over 4 years on the main roster. So I didn't realize that, but apparently that level of protection is unheard of for a finisher. So, but surveys went out recently to network members to establish why Baron Corbin was unpopular amongst WWE fans, and that was following his WrestleMania match with Kurt Angle. And they were, the hate that Corbin was getting, they say here, what backstage was very proud of him. They said it usually takes years to get the hate that he can get in one promo. So Vince and Triple H are really, throwing their support behind him.
Does it really take years to get the type of heat that he gets?
Well, this is the
I
quote,
mean, in a fucking night, you can get heat, like, from somebody turning on something or whatever the fuck. Like, what are they talking about? It takes years. Like, they're so fucking ridiculous. You can do this in, like, a night. Somebody can turn on somebody in a night and do something, and the fans can completely flip out. Like, what are they talking about? Like, what to get? Oh, God. I get it, though. He's getting, so we've said this. It's like the guy's getting real heat. When Owens does something, it's like people still cheer Owens. So it's
they still are behind him and supporting him.
We can't get, like, Owens booed. I think the problem is there's a group of the audience, like 30% of the audience, that doesn't really care about the heel face thing anymore. They just want, like, all awesome people to be kicking each other's asses in a competition, and that's the problem. So, like, when you get a guy like Baron Corbin who's actually a heel, people are really booing Corbin. Oh my God, like a real heel for the most part. There's a 30% of the audience genuinely doesn't hate him. Does hate him, but doesn't hate him for the heel reasons that you used to hate him. They hate him because they'd rather see, like, AJ versus Ricochet. They'd rather see two good guys or whatever go after each other and have a competition than see a heel babyface, when a babyface is awesome and the heel is some, like, lumbering fucking bald guy like Corbin. So they boo that in a different way than other people boo it. So I that's the problem. That's the difference. However, to many other people, it's like, this guy has real heel heat from everybody. So this guy's great. Baron Corbin is awesome. This is the heel. Like, this is wrestling, you idiots. He's getting heel heat. Why the fuck wouldn't you go with this guy? He's getting the most genuine heel. Everybody hates this fucking guy. It's perfect. But that's the difference. That's why for anybody, like I saw the rant that the guy from whatever the fuck that wrestling show is on Sirius, I hate them, but he flipped out like this is heel heat, and he freaked the fuck out. I get what he's saying, and I do get what he's saying, and he's right. But I also understand the frustrations of the 30 to 40% of the crowd that are actually turning off the TV. So, like, he doesn't understand that, yes, like, half of the crowd, Baron Corbin's getting the heat he's supposed to get. That's right. But there's a certain amount of the crowd that are turning off the channel because of Baron Corbin. It's kind of like back in the day when people believed it so much they jumped the guardrail. But instead of that, now what happens is people actually dislike someone so much that they turn it off. So it is so weird, and I don't know what the answer is to that, because to me, there's two different audiences. There's the classic like fans that are more casual or that are just there and they believe it all. They'll boo the heels, they'll do the right thing. That will actually boo Baron Corbin and hate him, and they'll be mad. But then there's the people that actually are like, you suck, you idiot, and they're really mad. But then they'll get so mad that they'll work themselves and like they'll leave the arena or start the weird chants or they'll turn the TV off or whatever. So that's a problem, and I don't understand what to do about that. And I think that those are the people that are going to like AEW, because even the guys that are sort of playing the bad guys and the heels are going to be interesting. So they're going to be interesting enough that they're going to be like Kevin Owens, kind of like, hey, listen, we're supposed to boo this guy, so let's boo him, but once in a while you kind of cheer for him too. And that's sort of what those people like. That's why Owens, when he comes out, what happens, the crowd cheers in reverse. Some of those smarky fans actually cheer Owens, but then once he gets going in the ring...
match either.
Right. But then once he gets going in the ring, they boo him.
Yeah.
So then they start booing him the right way, but all the casual fans and all the regular fans, they boo Owens the whole time. So you get this reverse. There's two different audiences, and that's what I'm explaining. That is dead on what's happening. That is exactly what's happening. That's why you get people saying like, oh, I'm like, Corbin sucks so much, we're not watching. He really just sucks. And that's why you get a flip out like the dude from Sirius Radio on whatever the hell show that is, which somebody sent me that earlier, and I don't know. I'm trying to find it, see if did I retweet it maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, but you figure they would have to realize, like, hey, like you said, how do they not see it? Because yet again, the main event was hijacked by the fans chanting AEW and boring, and wouldn't they not want that to happen? Don't they see, like, hey, this guy, yeah, he's getting a ton of heat, but it's not working in the level and regard that you want it to.
Oh, I found it. Okay. I'm sorry, Jake. Hold on. Can you hear sounds, by the way?
No.
All right, let me try to get the sounds going for you. And I'm going to play this clip of him freaking out. Hell yeah! He's not wrong.
What do me and WWE have in common?
What, Glorious?
We are both sleeping with the fishes.
Glorious Eugene, thank you for the 316, man. Thank you, Glorious Eugene. I did find the clip, so I will have that pulled up in a second. But yes, there's two different audiences. It is Busted Open Radio. Thank you very much to everybody in the chat. But yeah, there's two different audiences.
Roman Reigns,
oh shit!
You're my man. Oh, I wanna see you naked.
And then you gotta give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Jake can hear.
Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
I missed her Stomping Grounds review live. We'll watch after this. But while I personally take Drew McIntyre seriously, it's hard to see how he's supposed to be with Roman beating him twice. Super faces ruin everything. Is he really going to wrestle Taker?
I mean, I think, yeah, we're going to get a tag team match. The May in
we're absolutely getting the tag
Abaddon. I always fuck that name up. Thank you, man, for the donation. Yeah, we're gonna get tag team shit. Thanks for the $14.
WWE is in purgatory.
Yeah.
Every week it's a boring, disappointing show with no positive reviews, but WWE is just sugarcoating themselves. They'll make money no matter what. This is what choosing your eternity looks like. From Bill and Ted.
Oh my God, that was what a great comparison. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That was the Mountain Lion Cock. All right, let me play this clip here. And by the way, we're almost at the goal. The goal was $60 tonight, and you guys are already crushing the shit out of the goal up there. 94%. That's fucking crazy. Here is the clip that I wanted to play.
Yes, mission accomplished. That's what you're supposed to do to the top. Right now, to
Ah, fuck. My bad. Let me fix it.
Baron Corbin? The answer to that is yes. Mission accomplished. That's what you're supposed to do to the top. Right now, to me, Baron Corbin is the best heel in the WWE. Why? Because everybody hates Baron Corbin. There's no section in the arena that's got I love Baron Corbin signs. There's nobody cheering or chanting Baron Corbin's name. Every freaking person that bought a ticket last night hated Baron Corbin and booed him. That's what a heel's supposed to do. Ass. That's what a heel is. Hello? I mean, what's wrong with fucking people? I mean, that's what a heel is. You're supposed to hate him, not be like, oh, I love his work rate. Damn, Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on here? It's a pro wrestling show.
For those of you who don't know, LaGreca just legitimately threw his headset across the room.
Maybe Bubba should pull him in the locker room and tell him to just be a fan.
Yeah, just calm down.
That's how pissed off he is.
I actually get a phone call on a pro wrestling show of somebody going to explain how Baron Corbin is going to go from go away heat to just regular heat. Because this is go away heat. He needs to have regular heat. Morons!
Now I get his point because he's both. See, he's right, but also wrong. That's the thing. He's both right and wrong. He doesn't understand the two audience concept, which I just explained to you. That there is part of the audience that is going along with it the way you're supposed to, booing Corbin, not liking Corbin,
him and detesting him.
But then there's another part of the audience that is also booing Corbin, but they're also being like, "Fuck this! I'm not buying a ticket, and I'm changing the channel." Now,
and if they're there, they're hijacking the show and getting other people to.
Can we compare this? Let's try to compare this to like the past. Like, can we find a heel who was just awful that was around like this back in the day? Because I'm trying to think of one, and I maybe we can think of one. I'm
trying to think of like people that someone you just didn't want around. Eva Marie comes to mind at one point.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about further back. We got to go further. We got to go back in the day.
That was the first thing. People power there. John Laurinaitis, people despised. That was go away heat big time. People didn't just boo him. Like, I genuinely hated him. Anytime you heard his voice, it was just so grating and irritating.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did people really turn the channel as much back then?
Yeah,
I mean,
there was even a petition that was signed at one point to get him off TV.
But to see that, I feel like they'd be like, hell yeah, look at this, they're going so crazy, they want him off TV. Like, what do you do with that?
Test. I don't think Test got that kind of heat.
No, I mean, Test
Boss Man
wasn't that
didn't even
bad.
get that kind of go away heat.
See, like, somebody who was a heel who was just so boring, like, you legitimately didn't want to see them. Like, you were like, I'll turn the TV off if I see this. Like, who's the person?
Vicky Guerrero.
What? Vicky?
I wouldn't even... Yeah, some people said Vicky Guerrero. I said no, because she still had some redeemable qualities with her.
Yeah, but who's somebody like you were like, oh my God, like, I'm turning off the TV. Like, I feel like...
Yeah, there's a few people that I genuinely just didn't like and didn't want to see. I mean, we had a big problem with Roman Reigns for a long time. We kind of, got used to it, per se, but... even when people say, like, I'm reading the chat, Vicky Guerrero, The Miz, Kamala, Great Khali. Khali, for me, was one.
Yeah, Khali.
Khali was definitely one.
What about Yokozuna? Yokozuna was pretty like, oh boy, here it comes.
To me, he was just at that point in time. You didn't see many other wrestlers. He just was unique, so it kind of served its own purpose. And I was young enough that I didn't understand the workings of the business and how things were handled. So
see, people are saying stuff like Eric Bischoff. Like, come on,
yeah,
like,
no,
what?
Randy Orton, Eric Bischoff,
What?
none of that. That doesn't. I truly hated Laurinaitis. I agree with Pure Prestige Productions. That got genuine heat from me. People said Tenzai and Albert. No, Albert he got some. He was more ridiculed and mocked by the fans with Albert, that kind of stuff. Even Cena, still was praised in some aspects. So even if it was 20% of the fans cheering "Let's go Cena" and 80% saying Cena sucks, he still got some type of positive reaction. Baron Corbin's getting nothing of value. He's getting people either, like you said, booing him to the point where they truly detest him as a heel, and the rest are changing the channel because they can't stand him. Great Khali is probably another one that I really think would work. He had no wrestling ability. He couldn't talk on the mic. Even his manager was abysmal to listen to. He was another one that had nothing redeeming about him. There was never a good match that he had. There was just nothing. He had nothing. There was no character, no personality. He was just a vacuum of suck.
A vacuum of suck.
Just pure suck.
Jared Barron is the largest donator of the stream so far, and he's got that championship belt in his sights. And now 516 is on the phone. Hello.
Hi, Joe. It's me, Nick, again from last night.
From last night?
I got it. Yeah, from Stopping Grounds. You remember me? I was the one with the bad cell phone connection.
I thought you were talking about there was some guy I met last night at a bar. I thought, okay, what's going on?
Oh, no. I gotta tell you something. WWE is doing a very good job with this wild card rule, right? Remember when Vince said the limit was 4?
Yeah.
Guess how many there? I actually counted. There were 16 wrestlers from SmackDown that actually showed up on Monday Night Raw.
Oh my God.
That's what makes me notice that now you have Samoa Joe going for the title as well, for Kofi's title.
Well,
we saw Alexa going for Bayley's title. The brand split is almost non-existent for the most part.
Not only that, they're spoiling it all on Raw. They're doing everything on Raw. Raw's getting everything. What the hell's SmackDown going to do tomorrow?
Yeah, they're canceling the SmackDown house shows, but they're not canceling the Raw house shows for most of it.
Yeah, I live by New York, and they're even canceling some shows here on Long Island too. I wasn't going to go to Raw because fuck Raw, it's too long. But my friend who was going to go said the show got canceled here. So, man, I have to also ask you a question. What the hell is wrong with Lacey Evans' accent? Why are they giving her the Southern accent? It's she can't say a Southern accent worth a damn.
Yeah, she's not doing. It's weirdly in and out sometimes. She's trying. I
don't think it's
I don't mind it though.
I think it's supposed to be a proper accent that she's going for. It's less Southern and more of that. I know I'm saying Southern Belle.
No, it's a little bit like Southern. It's like a listen, sweetheart.
It's not that draw. It's a Southern Belle type thing. Where someone that is, prim and proper comes from a high background. I think that's what they're trying to attain with her.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I know what you're saying though, because it's not the best, but.
Yeah,
it's not bothering me at least. So
I didn't have a problem with it. And to continue with your point before, DJ M3 said they didn't even mention the wild card rule.
No, they're just fuck it.
I don't remember them even bringing it up tonight either. And as far as
it's getting annoying when they say it, you might as well just fuck it. Just let people come out.
Yeah, just ignore it entirely. As far as the heels that you were mentioning, if anybody lines up with Baron Corbin, some people said Jinder. When he won the title, there were people changing the channel. Remember SmackDown's ratings were at some of the lowest yet.
Jinder was good at first. It was funny and it was good for a month or two. I was cool with it for 3 months, but what was he for 6 months the champion?
Yeah,
it was I feel he was 3 months too long. He had 3 months were perfect for him, I felt. He did a good job, but after the 3 months that's when I can't defend it anymore. It was great at first and then it was it became insufferable at some point. So
yeah, and they wanted to hammer home the point that his win was not a fluke, that he genuinely won the title. So
yeah,
other people said like Steven Richards from Right to Censor, he got heat, but I don't feel like he got that.
Oh
go
my
away.
God, yes.
People
but
booed
like
the hell out of him, but they didn't want to change the channel.
Yeah, nobody changed the channel though. I'm talking about like somebody that you were like,
I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to watch this anymore.
That was honestly Laurinaitis. When he was on,
I can believe that. I can believe that. I don't believe almost any of the other things that people are saying because nobody watched.
Khali as well. Khali was another one that I really despised.
Yeah, Khali sucked at some points too. He's a good guy though at many other things, but goddamn. Anyway, caller, what's up? It's 727.
How you doing, Joe? It's the Great Deity.
The Great Deity. Sorry, I don't know.
So,
I like doing that when people call. What's up?
So I'm trying to remember like when I used to watch the Attitude Era, there wasn't really any one of like a specific heel that made me want to be like, oh, this guy, like compared to Corbin right now, I don't think that exists. I think you would have to go further back than that, maybe, if you want to find something like that.
Yeah, you'd have
if you
to
think
go
about
to
the Attitude Era, think about the heels. Name me a big heel from the Attitude Era.
I really can't. It was just all
because
amazing.
The heels were
to me. It was
cool.
all amazing.
Exactly. You wanted to cheer for the faces, and you wanted to hang out with the heels. Like even when The Rock was a son of a bitch for the corporation and everything, he still had like a certain cool level to him, and
it was cool.
He was still very so charismatic that you couldn't help but chuckle or laugh or enjoy what he was doing. When Triple H was a heel, you were like, damn, you wanted to see him be just totally eviscerated. You wanted to see everybody get the chance to tear him apart, but it didn't make you hate the product and change the channel. No matter what the heel was back then, it just made it better. So
I'm thinking maybe early 90s, late 80s, maybe. Because I didn't start watching until like 96, 97.
Dude, I'd rather watch Dino Bravo in a match with somebody than fucking, Baron Corbin. Dino Bravo, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
If anybody even fucking remembers him, but
I just maybe, even from the late 80s, early 90s, I can't think of anybody that was that egregious. That just hated that would make you want to completely change the channel.
I mean, I could maybe the Invasion of Angle, but I don't think so. I can't think of any.
But also nobody, even if you find like one person where you're like, oh, Giant Gonzalez sucked or whatever, like even when you find an example like that, nobody was prominently booked in the main event like this that many times. So you really can't even find a comparison. Like I feel like, I mean, yeah, I can't find a comparison like all the way back. Like we're talking about the WWE Championship too. Like I know that's Universal Championship, but like just use the WWE title as an example because that's about the level. And it's like $1 Million Man was exciting and entertaining, and he was a heel, so that was good. When Hogan had the belt, I mean King Kong Bundy kind of sucked, but again, King Kong Bundy was.
Could try looking at the WCW roster. Maybe back then that you might find someone back there, but not WWE during the Attitude Era. Not that I know of.
Yeah, I think honestly, maybe Honky Tonk Man in a way. Honky Tonk Man, when he was the Intercontinental Champion for all that time, like he got real heat. Like people hated Honky Tonk Man, but nobody changed the channel. Again, nobody changed the channel. They were still watching.
Matt the Misfit said, what about JBL? And even then, Will Tactics and a few others said it as well. I don't feel like he made people change the channel. He was, even Rick Badboy just said he was annoying. And he was extremely annoying. And he reached that level of like, I need to see less of him. But then again, he would get his comeuppance and it would give you that feel-good moment.
People were sticking around to hope that he gets his ass kicked. People were looking like, I can't wait to see JBL get the shit kicked out of him soon by somebody. Or like, now it's not like you don't wait around to see, hey, I can't wait to see Baron Corbin get the shit kicked out of him. You just can't wait till Baron Corbin's not on your TV.
Exactly.
That's how I feel too. So like I said, I get the guy from Busted Open like flipping out and being like, he's a fucking heel, you idiots. Some people he is, but he's not for everybody else who's been told how wrestling is and how we think. Because wrestling is now opened up to everybody to talk about, and review and to think about. And it's and I compare it to a movie, right? I compare it to a movie like Endgame or what was it, Infinity War, right, with Thanos. That story with Thanos was fucking awesome. Thanos had the greatest story. He is like, that is a bad guy that is like, that was awesome. But like, then if you look at like some of the Thor movies and some of the other Avengers and whatever, it's always like generic bad guy opens up portal and then everyone attacks, but then they save the day in the end. And it's like, well, that was stupid. Like, I enjoyed everything, but once they got to the end, I didn't care. Because once again, it was big device. We got to stop this again. Kind of like in Superman. It was like at the end of Superman, it was like, oh, here we go again, like big device fight, and now we got to do this. All those movies were the same thing, except when you got to Avengers Endgame, it was like Thanos was different, and Black Panther was different too, in a way. So it was like some of those movies were different. Those were interesting. But all the other, at the time, Marvel kept doing the fucking, the big device or the portal or something opens up and then there's a massive thing at the end. Like, it was always the same. It was like, and I'm like, not this again. Like, can we do a different fucking story? And that's how it feels with Baron Corbin. Because people don't look at it the same. They don't look at wrestling as much as they used to personally. You don't get as personally angry at somebody like you used to because you know it's a work. So much so that you're sitting there like, okay, I'm watching a story, but I'm not involved in it like I used to be. It used to be like, I hate Vince McMahon. What the fuck? I really want Stone Cold to beat the shit out of him. Instead, you sit there in your chair and you don't think, God, I hate Baron Corbin. I hope Seth beats him and everything. No, you sit there and you think, well, Seth definitely should never lose to this guy, and I hate this guy and I'm bored. And that's just, it's a different thing now. It just is. They made it this way by exposing the business all these years. The Mayans, Jinabandandamon. Jake's gonna read that name. I always am gonna fuck it up. God damn, my ear hurts.
I actually think Baron Corbin has come along well, but also feel like he's being boxed in. And as you said, he makes casuals, in paraphrasing, want to turn the TV off. But he's actually been progressing in my eyes.
I don't know if he makes casuals want to turn it off. I think he makes the smarky people want to turn it off. I think casuals boo him the way they should. I think casuals go, boo, hey, you suck, Baron Corbin, but they're still watching. I think smarky people and old school people are watching and they're just like, ugh. Fuck this. I'm turning it off. I'm not watching this guy. That's what happens. So I don't think it's the casual. I think the casuals are fine. I think they're fine.
Casuals get bored though easily with him.
I don't know. I don't think
I don't think they're changing the channel, but I do think they're getting bored because there was a lot of casuals there last night, and then that's how you get those AEW CM Punk chants.
Yeah, but some of those people, they knew though, they were passionate casuals. That was a different crowd, like, you know. But I don't know. But I just know that, they're not changing the channel. It's the people that are like, and even the casuals kind of look at wrestling too as like, oh, it's like a TV show, and I don't like that bad guy. Like, they could have had a better bad guy, that type of thing. And that's what they think. They could have had a better bad guy. And even though Owens he gets cheered a little bit, so it's not traditional that he's like a heel, because it used to be that if you were getting cheered, you're doing something wrong. But now it's not that way. It's different. Now it's like they want a tweener type of guy who's leaning towards, who's definitely heel, but like has all these positive. It's just fucking confusing, man. I just ate a bug.
You like steroids, cause I like steroids. I got steroids, you got steroids.
Allegedly.
I put the steroids in my veins, put the steroids in my
Allegedly.
veins, put the steroids in my brain, then I fucking go insane. Jinder Mahal, Jinder Mahal. I put the needle in my balls, needle in my balls. Jinder Mahal, Jinder Mahal. I'm big as a motherfucking goddamn garbage truck.
I am only continuing watching wrestling for 3 reasons. A. No matter how bad it is, it's fun to analyze. B. Your show and the other B show podcasts. See another Jinder Mahal main event push me ha ha.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. $19, and you are taking over the top spot, my friend. So shout out to you. That is the Largest.
Jinn.
What is it, Jake? Say it again.
Largest
So
donator.
What
the Mayan Jinn, Abaddon.
God damn, I can't fucking say this guy's name.
I can't hear anymore either, so...
Are you kidding me?
Skype. Once you get some phone calls, sometimes it clicks off, other times it goes for it, so...
My ear is so fucked, dude. Now it just hurts a lot. It, like, hurts. I think it hurts from rubbing it, to be honest, but god damn.
Anything can bother it. Swallowing, talking...
I've been doing all these things to try to trigger to like get it to come out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been fucking
You've been turning your head a certain way.
I've been doing all kinds of shit, man. It's not working. It's working a little bit, but not quite. 315, what up? Over in New York.
Oh, yeah. I just want to sit there and say, Undertaker showing up tonight.
I did.
Mind blown.
Uh-huh.
I got a few things I want to sit there and say.
Alrighty.
Let me... Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah, baby. Look at the Undertaker's head.
I had to mute my YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
But, Undertaker, mind blown.
Yeah,
I don't even know what they're doing with it. I don't know where the last run, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. But
are you drunk right
Ricochet,
now? Have you been drinking?
Huh?
You drank a lot tonight?
Of course.
Yeah, dude, you sound wrecked. That's awesome. You have to be wrecked.
I'm a Mets fan. Why wouldn't I be fucking drinking?
Oh, that will do it. Yeah, that will definitely do it.
It's the only way to get through life as a Mets fan.
Love when that fucking apple goes up and down, though, in the homers.
But you want to know what? I turned off the Mets, and I went to the WWE. And
then you had to keep drinking.
And I sat there and watched Ricochet and AJ Styles, and that was a fucking hell of a match.
It was pretty good. It was a little rushed and weird. It was broken up in a weird way.
Yeah, because they had to restart it, and that restart put a halt on it big time. That was one of the things we brought up last night.
Yeah,
it's pretty jarring.
It was awesome because it should have been done. No, get the fuck up. You know what? If you're not gonna sit there and
yeah, he didn't want the club to get involved. And one of the things I was just reading, the reason he's working with the club is because they're hoping that AJ Styles will get them to sign again. It says here, the club, obviously, they like a lot of things about their job, but they haven't re-signed with the latest contracts that were offered. So the hope is that if they're spending more time with people like AJ and Finn, it will encourage them to sign a new contract.
Yeah, giving them something to do.
Yeah, because they've done nothing.
The only
for so
reason
long.
they came out was to have the commercial break happen, it felt like.
Yeah.
No, because they were like, oh, we're going to have to restart this match, Cole said, so that way you knew you weren't going to miss wrestling, and they were just out there to get the commercial break in. I mean, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, pretty much.
They've already done this story where AJ's like, go away, I don't need help, and then they beat him up.
Yep. And then AJ turns, heel. We've been down this road. And that's the thing. For a lot of the things we saw tonight, we've been down that road many, many a times. One thing to note, too, I wanted to bring up. We haven't seen Finn. Obviously, he's a SmackDown star, but we were talking about this for the past week or so. And it was on Twitter that it said, to my knowledge, it's simply the case that the person Finn's supposed to be feuding with is unavailable until further notice. Finn's been a little unlucky on the main roster, but it's all very understandable reasons right now. People were wondering, is he injured? Is he getting heat backstage? Or is it just, what's going on? And I guess whoever he's supposed to be feuding with is currently unavailable. So that's all that it comes down to. They don't have anything else for him to do.
Right.
Now, I don't know if they mean Andrade or if they are talking about Nakamura, but either way, either or, one of the two are just unavailable until further notice. So there's just nothing for Finn to do in the meantime, and that sucks. And there was another thing I was going to bring up too as well. There's a lot of talk about Kevin Owens possibly looking at a big push coming up as well. And, this is, again, I heard it elsewhere, but Meltzer was one of the people saying this, is that Owens is being advertised as part of a triple threat championship match along Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler at the next pay-per-view. This hasn't been officially confirmed yet, but, and we know, grain of salt, all cards are subject to change, but it seems like this is what's going to happen. So They were right about saying, the mixed tag match.
Yep.
As well, so same source. It seems like this is going to be what happens. So we're going to get Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler, and Kevin Owens together, triple threat, and that'll be Extreme Rules.
Yikes! And Dolph is not going away. Not
like we thought he would.
Not only did people tell me he's not going away, but also on top of that, we had people sending me advertisements for Dolph, including Worcester, Massachusetts, in the middle of July. For a SmackDown, Dolph Ziggler advertised against Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
So Dolph Ziggler is not leaving like we thought. He is staying around for the time being, which I think sucks because he bores the shit out of me. 609, hello.
World heavyweight champion. That is crazy. So it's like you got Seth Rollins, and don't get me wrong, I don't hate Seth Rollins either. I just hate and look, it really comes down to booking and all that shit. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but like, I don't know, man. Like I feel like there's just nothing to like right now. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna watch because I love watching a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a car accident, like, yeah, it sucks. Like, for whoever's involved in it, but it's like I just saw a fucking car crash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, And then you get both sides of the story. Like, that's cool, but like, I feel like there is no side to the story to any fucking thing.
Yeah,
whether it's the fucking Universal title or the fucking WWE title, the US in the Intercontinental title wasn't even on this last thing. Now I know you guys are saying that Finn's possibly injured or something like that.
No, he's all right. They just don't have an opponent for him. Hold on 1 second, because I don't want all your thoughts to go wasted.
Sorry, I'm running my mouth. I'm sorry.
No, that's not it. We're down on YouTube. We're trying to get the stream back. I think we're back.
I'm back on YouTube. Yeah, we've been back. I don't know what the fuck happened. I mean, honestly, we never lost the internet.
I just want to make sure that you were not being...
We never lost the internet. I think it's my computer shit. I don't know if it's my computer.
No, there's people having issues on YouTube too, because I just checked the server thing and there's
okay.
An issue there.
I saw in the chat. I was actually looking at the chat. It's fucked up. I was looking at the chat while I was talking, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Everybody hands the chat down, and of course, it's when you answer my call.
Yeah, it went down. It was weird. Everybody's down. All these people were live earlier. They're all gone. They're all off right now. So everybody was having some. Yeah, that was YouTube going down. Is what happened.
If you go to downdetector.com, you can see YouTube had an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a streaming issue. 59% of people had an issue with streaming.
Yeah,
that's all good.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that we didn't, not get everything.
Well, everybody's back.
You make some great points, and that's the thing. The thing with Jinder is just that they never had faith in Jinder. They didn't really want to use him. The only reason they chose to go with him was because they were expanding into the Indian market, and he was their key to getting in the door there. That's it. And once they got out of, they did their promotion in India, and they saw that fans weren't, really even in India accepting Jinder either, they scrapped it. Yeah. And he was supposed to face, because originally he was slated to face Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. And they saw the reaction, the reception to it, and they had him lose the title in the UK.
But what was who were the people that were the most mad about it, though? I wasn't mad about it.
You weren't.
I wasn't about to be mad about it.
99% of people didn't want to see him as champion. It wasn't a success, unfortunately. They tried something. I granted, I appreciate the fact that at least they were trying something new, but it did not work and ended up blowing up in their face.
No, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, but here's the biggest. Dude, well, you guys already know. You guys already know because I've heard you talk about it, and that's why I love this. By the way, Joe, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Love this show, dude. I watch it every week. Everything that you do, you're good. But
yeah, man, I appreciate it.
You guys talk about it, bro. There's fun, and
Lost the caller. Could be Skype. Could be Skype caller. Sorry, man. That was the Mayan Jin Abaddon. Fucking
Abaddon.
Abaddon.
I think we might have to refresh Skype because we'll see. I can.
We went down on YouTube again for a minute, so there's all kinds of fucked up problems going on. Yeah, I see. Like normally people are alive. Everybody's down. Like all kinds of different people. So
what the hell?
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but let me just play the donations. Hold on.
Yeah, in case we go down again, let's get those out.
Oh shit, man.
What if the turkeys ate us?
John Montgomery.
What if they filleted us?
Try and mute me again.
What if they killed us and ate our children? What if the turkeys ate us?
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us, if they had to hate us, the Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart, but first they'd eat our nuts, and then they'd eat our butts.
John Montgomery.
The turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they ate our fucking nuts?
Appreciate it, guys. Sorry about all the problems. I don't know what Skype is, YouTube's doing.
Instead of mashed potatoes, instead the turkeys ate
I see the paws are at it again. Fuck you and where the fuck was Bray? Main event was good. Should have saved it for a PPV.
No doubt about it, John Montgomery. I thought Bray was coming out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, Mercy behind Kofi when he was doing it with the pancakes. Abigail was behind the Miz backstage. I thought that was, we had no Firefly Funhouse tonight for the first time in weeks, and they made no mention of it either. So I really thought he was going to appear.
Yeah,
especially when the lights started to go out. I didn't hear the gong go off because I had just paused the TV, so I had muted it and then came back, and I just saw the lights go off in that moment. I didn't hear the gong, so I was like, "Oh shit, here comes Bray," and then came back and it was the Undertaker, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's interesting."
Feels like they're doing the hidden puppet trick now.
I had an ear infection in both ears 4 years ago. The doctor gave me a week's supply of amoxicillin, but it didn't work. So then she gave me something stronger, and that fixed it in about 3 days.
Movado, thank you so much for the 316, bro. Yeah, shit. Maybe that's the problem, man. Maybe it's not working. The amoxicillin ain't working. I don't fucking know. I'm still taking it. I'm halfway through, and it's really sore.
Yeah,
it's starting to get
sore. At this point,
now.
being halfway through, you should be noticing.
Yeah, it's
Undertaker came over the death of WWE to pick up Naomi's career and drag it to hell with the help of Bliss and Cross.
Thank you, Spaz Phoenix, for the $5, bro. Yeah, I don't know. It started feeling better. In fact, this morning I was like, wow, I feel the best I've felt. And now all of a sudden tonight, it's the sorest it's been. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. People are saying their internet's down, other shit's down. I mean, I don't know what's going on, dude. But I know that Skype didn't go down, and the rest of my computer didn't go down, and my CPU says everything is good.
Yeah, I mean, we lost some calls, but
although I don't know, it's kind of I don't know. The CPU looks all right. I don't.
It's definitely not you. I can see if you go to Down Detector, and you can see the outage map.
Yeah. And like I said, everybody else is off. Thank you guys, Anarchist Pigeon. Thank you for subbing to the channel. What up, Anarchist? Yeah, shit, if all these internet things weren't going on tonight, I was going to do all the streaming and my ears all fucked up. Otherwise, Pocket Aces, what's up, Pocket Aces?
Party.
Armando Gomez. What's up, Armando? Thank you for the $1 super chat. And everybody else who's been dropping a couple bucks, man. And John Montgomery for the largest donation of the night. taking home that championship tonight, perhaps. John Montgomery taking home that virtual championship tonight, it looks like. Thank you, man. We blew the goal of 60 way away. The 108. JD is a homosexual, says God Phoenix in the chat. Wow. I'm not really in HD right now. I mean, I lowered the stream rate to see if that would help. But, I don't think anything's helping. I think this is some kind of other issue that I'm not aware of. A whole bunch of stuff is up on Patreon.
A lot of people got signed out. That's one of the main issues. And they can't sign back in.
Really?
So, yeah, apparently that's an issue with sign-in right now. It says a weird thing keeps happening. Every time it makes YouTube crashes, they have to reopen it. And like when a stream pauses and people have to sign in again.
You done gotta love the show.
I've seen that.
But Brian is a champ. Rollins, Valor, Ricochet, Kofi, Revival. Fans are proving that giving us what we want won't change anything. So why listen at all? And it shows.
Yeah, I mean, Spaz Phoenix, I don't think that they necessarily should be giving the fans what they want. You know what I mean? You don't have to give the fans what they want, but entertain the shit out of us. Like, however you do that, that's what they need to do. Spaz Phoenix, thank you for the $10. The Canadian dollars are crossing the border, baby. Yeah, you've got to entertain us. Like, whether that's we're mad, we're angry, we can't believe it, we're cheering, whatever. But the whole, like, just sitting there and being, like, bored, that's the problem. So they don't have to give us what we want every second, and they shouldn't.
Super Chat Party.
Corbin and Evans win the titles. Brock cashes in. Champs at the end are Brock and Lacey. Kill me.
Spaz Phoenix, thank you, man. I don't know if that's going to happen, I mean, but I did have this envisioning of Corbin winning from something and then, Brock just taking it right off of him. But I don't know. And I won't even care if they do that stuff either at this point. It's just too bad that, I don't care that much.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can make somebody the champ, but if you don't have a justification or a good story behind it, of course we're not going to care.
Kofi did a great job tonight. The attack on him with Samoa Joe was good, I thought, and he just looked like he got the shit beat out of him, and he looked like $1 million after winning 2 matches. That part, I kind of liked that part of Raw. And the Undertaker part was pretty cool because no one saw that coming.
Here we go.
God Phoenix.
Undertaker looking more and more like a washed-up member of Aerosmith. Time to hang it up. And please get the title off Kofi. He's effing terrible.
Oh, wow. I mean, I like Kofi, but yeah, I'm ready to move on. But they keep getting these little stories going, and then I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? I kind of like that, I guess. Now that the whole Samoa Joe thing, it's like now I've got that interest going there in that way. So it's hard. It's weird, Every time I'm like, oh, this is no good. They do something else that's like, oh, this is pretty cool. So
here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Oh, no.
Now Dolph Ziggler can stop trying to be me. What about me? What about Raven? Is my shtick.
That's true, man. Dolph taking a little bit of the Ravens shtick, no doubt about it. But then again, Dolph kind of borrows a little bit from everybody anyway. Dolph is like a hybrid of everything, right? That's kind of why he never really works out. He's sort of like a weird reflection of everything we've seen before. It's weird. So it kind of goes along with that. When you think about it, the Raven, thank you so much, Raven, for the $5 donation, Raven. Apologize for the problems tonight. Obviously, YouTube's having a problem, but you guys are still badass, despite YouTube sucking. And also oh my God.
This is what it's like to watch Monday Night. Oh, what the hell am I staring at? What the fuck? Oh, Vince McMahon, you're killing me. Vince McMahon, this wrestling give me a disease. Oh, Monday Night Raw sucks. Oh, SmackDown Live also sucks. And if they call someone up from NXT, I know they're gonna get really bad quickly. Oh, I wanna die. Wrestling die. wanna die every Monday night.
Raw was weird. Champions getting pinned. Undertaker returning for no reason. Seth wearing the Sassoons in the relationship. How much do you want to bet that it's McIntyre that gets pinned at the PPV?
Yeah, you're probably right? Bison News, thank you, Bison News, for the $15, baby. God, man, if McIntyre, poor McIntyre, man, he just can't get off the ground. McIntyre should be killing it, you know? And instead he's like, it's getting worse and worse. And it's like, why? McIntyre should be the fucking, like, a champion.
Hopefully he'll beat The Undertaker at SummerSlam if that's really what happens.
Wow, if they did that.
That'd be great.
That'd be pretty cool.
We've seen Undertaker lose recently as well. He lost Triple H, lost to Roman, so it's not that far-fetched.
Here we go. Oh, no.
I need a new hiding spot for Grandpa Taker's car keys. He keeps getting out.
Dewan Joseph, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that, man. The super chat, $5 from Dewan Joseph. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought he looked okay tonight, and it was surprising, so I didn't mind it because it was so, like, left field. It was like, what in the hell? Now, then when you look at the big picture, it's like, well, okay, Roman needs another legend to raise his hand. But hey, it's something, you know, at least they did something. You know, nobody saw that coming, so.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised. On a separate note that we haven't covered, but the 24/7 title, I like the second half of what they did. The first half was
Porn stars have more chemistry than Seth and Becky.
Jay Pala, you're true, man. The chemistry with them is weird, Jay Pala. It's off. Yeah. It's fucking weird. No, you're right. The first half was like, ugh, and then it got better later.
Yeah, the stuff with The Miz was just abysmally boring, and it was infuriating. I'm like, the whole wedding angle could have been done so much better. Honestly, that's not how I envisioned it going down. And then on top of it, going out for Miz TV, and it looked like a just nonsensical farce. It's supposed to be silly. I know it's supposed to be, you know, just stupid, but it wasn't fun silly. It was frustrating and boring.
Yo, 203,
the second
hello?
half with everybody becoming champion and having one, you know, there was like 5 title changes in a row and all that madness, that worked for me. Interrupting a match, you know, that was good. That was better handled. But the stuff with The Miz, it was just long, drawn out. And, you know, Drake Maverick didn't really, he's got no support from the fans, really. Everybody's chanting goodbye to him. And, you know, it's supposed to be all this stuff about, oh, you know, you didn't consummate the wedding. And, oh, you constipated. The line from Truth was okay, but the fans chanting constipated, that didn't help. And I don't know, but it was just silly and not in a good way. I think they should stick to the vignettes or just do the stuff where you change the title quickly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't understand how putting the thing on hold and stuff like that. It's like, what the fuck is the point? And you knew that was going to be said.
The title entirely.
Yeah, I don't get that, man. 203, what's up?
Yo, what up, man? Chillin', yo. Call me Johnny Smith, yo. What up?
What up, Johnny?
Shout out to Almighty Tevin. Yo. I was just gonna go back to when you were talking about the heels or the go away heat.
Right.
Yo, I think in this order: Hogan, Flair, and what's this dude's name? Oh my God, that bitch ass motherfucker.
You're saying Flair and Hogan had go home heat?
Yeah, when I used to see him do that leg drop, yo, I just didn't give a fuck, yo.
Come on, man.
You might have been tired of Hogan, but I don't think people were changing the channel because he was there. Even with the stuff where
I'll be right back, man.
Heel. Yeah, when he became heel with WCW, that was, you know, next level kind of heat. You had grandmothers, you know, cursing him out and people throwing trash into the ring, and it was unprecedented for him to do such a thing and turn his back and People weren't changing the channel though; they were tuning in more than ever. And Flair, no, Flair was always a fantastic heel, so I'm not sure about that, but I don't really think that that's a valid. You know, everybody has their own opinion, honestly, but that just doesn't jive with me. So I am, you know, really curious about how this is all going to play out with the Undertaker. Are we going to see more from him going forward? Is this just a one-off, you know, until, as far as, you know, build up for the match? Are we going to see him appear more, and then they're going to go ahead and really try and sell this match for Extreme Rules? Are they using him just because they're worried about selling tickets? I guarantee that's a part of it. You know, the Undertaker's going to be there. It draws. We know it draws. People tuned in for Super Showdown. You know, he still draws, so... A few things we didn't discuss tonight. We had the 8-man tag match. You know, the Usos, Big E, and Xavier Woods of the New Day taking on Daniel Bryan, Rowan, and then the Revival. And it was an elimination match. And I don't like the idea that if one man is pinned, they go ahead and the entire team's eliminated. I think that really just ruins the vibe of the match. And it's you know, so 2 pinfalls ends it. If you're going to go through with it, just have the entire match play out, you know, one elimination at a time. I didn't enjoy it. The thing is, the New Day is not doing much for me at this point in time. The Usos feel more like, you know, heels, or at least less than faces. And I really enjoyed Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, but the Revival, they leave a lot to be desired. I know everyone wanted to see them be champions, but unfortunately, it just wasn't good. Another thing we didn't discuss was the tug of war segment. That was a disaster. Wow, was that bad? It seems like anytime Bobby Lashley is involved in a you know, hour 2 segment, it sucks the entire energy out of the arena. And we've seen it before when they had the segment with his sisters, and then the obstacle course segment that happened, the arm wrestling match, now the tug of war. I'm sure I'm forgetting something as time has gone by, but all of these segments involving, you know, Bobby Lashley, he's one of the, you know, key ingredients there. You can't just say, oh, well, it's everybody else's fault, but he's involved as well, and, you know, that seems to be one of the common denominators. So it was bad. It really was. Thankfully, it was on the faster side. You know, we didn't have to sit there forever and wait for them to go ahead and bug flying around from outside, driving nuts. We didn't have to go ahead and deal with him forever, you know, and that's the whole scenario. But it just was bad. It was not anything I want to see again. That was one of those, you know, change the channel moments for me personally. I don't know why they feel the need to go ahead and have these kind of things happen. You know, these stupid little gimmick arm wrestling matches and anything of the like. It's just infuriating. It really is. It's so pointless. Have them wrestle, have them fight, but leave all the silly shit behind. And what's even more, you know, unfortunate about it is because they can't be overly violent with whatever they're using, the weapons and stuff like that. So when they have chains, they can put it through their mouth or over their eyes and pull it backwards. And the rope kept sliding up. So Braun's actually holding the rope onto his head. And you can see him keep pulling it down so it doesn't slide off. And then you have Corey Graves being like, he can get rope burn on his eyes and go blind. Come on.
But meanwhile, like Samoa Joe looked like he was killing Kofi Kingston. So it's like, why can't you do that?
You can go, you know, I understand you don't want him to be choked. And you don't want to go ahead and squeeze the life out of him with the rope, although that would be a you know, pretty you know, interesting thing to do. But make it believable that you're gonna, you know, actually you want to kill him, so do it. At least make it look that way. I mean, Daniel Bryan was fired for choking with a tie, so it's not it's not possible with the PG rating. But why not, instead of choking him with it, why not restrict his arms? You know, use it to pin his arms behind his back and then just throw him around or throw him into the stairs. And if you're going to use the rope, don't put it above his eyes and pull it backwards. It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks stupid. And when you're able, like you said, when you're able to choke Kofi Kingston like that, it's like,
yeah,
you know, I don't understand why the weapon makes a difference.
Save us, Goldberg.
Save us, Goldberg. Chiz Hickneys. What up, Chiz Hickneys? I'm sorry, guys, too. My fucking ear is fucking... Dude, it's like pulsing right now with pain. Like, it's weird. Like, it's... I don't get why.
Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go.
I feel worse now than I did the last couple days.
Oh, no.
I think people will like Corbin more if he changes his look. Why is he still dressed like he's a bouncer in a nightclub?
I think it's because it pisses people off. Like, he looks like an idiot. God Phoenix, thank you. I think, like, seriously, I think they're like, well, now that he's bald, he's even more less likable. Keep him in a suit, he looks even less likable. You know, put him in wrestling.
He in ring gear, and yeah, people like to comment on that. So
yeah. Might have gout. Really? What the fuck? What does gout have to do with an ear? What is gout? I know my tooth hurts too. I'm all fucked up.
Super chat. Jim Cornette got go-away heat in the early 90s.
Did he? Where?
I mean, people didn't like him, but I don't remember him getting like go-away heat.
Super chat. Ryback fuck up YouTube Joe, it's him all along.
Ryback fuck up YouTube. It was him all along. Yeah, it might be Ryback. He's trying to, maybe he's taking everyone else's channels down so he can be the only one going live or whatever.
Super chat.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Super chat. That turkey song is straight fire, fire, fire.
I love the turkey song. Tyler H. Thank you, Tyler H. What's up, man? God damn. I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, you do. That tug of war thing almost made me shut off, Raw entirely.
Dude, that was
retarded. Was a, go away heat moment for me.
Yeah, because you're like, I've seen this with Mark Henry, but it was like done a little better. So now I'm watching
it was handled better. Even with Umaga when they had like the strap match, him and Punk, things like that, you could make it work.
And it didn't like it
that
then.
Crowd didn't deserve AJ Styles v Ricochet.
Yeah, the crowd sucked. I thought, though, starting the match and then having to kind of stop it and then have the commercial and then go into it, it was good. But again, it was like those guys should do better if they had time.
Do we see more Funhouse characters tomorrow?
Matt Hendricks. What up, Matt the Misfit? Yeah, dude, I would assume they're going to keep doing this now. Yeah, they're going to keep teasing it. But it's like, it would have been so much more effective if they teased it for the first time and then he showed it. Like, you're like, oh, I get it. But now they're teasing it. It's going to be a slow burn. Like, oh, that's
they
too
just
bad.
didn't have anything else recorded or what for the Funhouse. That's the thought that crosses my mind.
Details in the chat says whole night boring tag matches. You might be right.
It really was a ton of tag matches. I mean, the elimination match, the 8-man tag, I hate it when they do that. When one person gets pinned, then the whole team is eliminated.
Yeah.
I despise that so wholeheartedly. I don't understand why they decide to have that be the case. It ruins the flow of the match. Just let them be eliminated one by one. That's the point of the tags.
Yeah.
I know they're a team, but the Miz TV segment was a flop. Everything that happened there with Drake Maverick coming out and the constipated stuff and Truth saying that the match was Hornswoggle. That was funny. Him calling Drake Hornswoggle.
That was really... Oh, dude, you know what? I was dying when Truth called Drake Hornswoggle. That was fucking funny to me. That was good.
That made me chuckle. But so the intro was okay, like we said. Everything else we got through. And then after that, the match was what? 13, 15 seconds, something like that. One move.
Yeah.
And then everybody runs out afterwards, and
oh my God.
Like, super emotional.
I'm on Tosh.0.
Samoa Joe needs a monster heel run with the title from SummerSlam to Mania. Let him run wild with devastation and cutting his duck promos. Build up Strowman, give him the Rumble win, and build the Battle of Absolute Monsters for Mania with Braun as the face.
Wow, I mean, Jason Hayes, thank you so much for the $20.10. The Tommy NC Tosh.0 Bash Scream donation. Thank you so much, man. Holy shit, Jason Hayes. But you know what? I honestly, I hate Braun Strowman so much that I don't want that. I'd rather have Samoa Joe versus somebody else that's good. I am done with Braun Strowman. I can't stand him. If they pushed him, I'd be angry. Braun Strowman to me at this point is Dolph Ziggler. I just don't want to see him. So I like what you said about Samoa Joe, possibly, or maybe after SummerSlam, but No, as far as Braun, I don't want to see Braun. You know, I just don't want to see that. But I get it.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man.
And that's the thing.
About
You know,
to
it's
get
just.
it, man. Here we go. Here
Do we want to see it? Do we want to deal with it? No.
Oh, no.
My number one go-away heat guy was Jack Swagger from 2010. I stopped watching when they made him world champ cause he was a cornball. His heel work was awful.
Yeah, Jack Swagger was shitty as well. I mean, when he was doing the We the People thing with Cesaro, that was great. Cesaro, that was Jack Swagger's best time. Operator Wolf, thank you for the $5. But when he was like the All-American Jack Swagger guy, yeah, he was bad. It was bad. I did not like that at all either. But at least he was still a put together character. Boring Corbin is worse, I think. But it was bad. You're right. It was. Yeah, I agree. God, my fucking ear.
Yeah, that's infuriating. I hate inner ear issues and anything like that. It just, everything you do is just ruined. It is. It ruins you.
Yeah, it's like really bad.
You can't hear,
right
your head hurts. You can't swallow, you can't chew, you can't sniff, nothing.
Well, it's not been that bad until right now. I don't know, which is weird because I've been taking the antibiotics. You
might need some different kind of antibiotic. It might not be effective for what you have.
Feels like my fucking whole right side is fucking up right now. So regrettably, I'm gonna kind of end the show a little bit here because I'm just dying right now. I'm fucked up.
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything else. We talked about Roman after that. We talked about, what gimmick that was with the tug of war, and we'll see what kind of gimmick match they have for them at Extreme Rules between Braun and Bobby Lashley. I don't want to see them face off again. The Viking Raiders tore apart Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. We knew that they were going to lose anyways just by the story of it. Everything that happened with Alexa was okay. I know what they're going for, so the backstage stuff was kind of cringy, but at least they're being consistent about it, and her and Nikki are still, a team at this point. At least they're kind of going the slow burn route, so that if they do eventually split up and Alexa doesn't, go full face, then you'll get, a bit more out of it because they tried to take the longer route. And then Kofi having 2 matches, was okay, and then him getting destroyed by Samoa Joe is even better. So I hope they do right by Samoa Joe. That's really all it comes down to. He's lost so many times. He's been to the dance and faltered and hasn't been able to bring home the gold. So hopefully this is the time that we really get to go ahead and see him flourish. That could certainly erase a lot of the negatives in his ledger. All in all, though, I think Raw was about a 4. I would give it. It certainly didn't have the same type of interest as last week. The Undertaker gives it a point to me. The wrestling was okay tonight. AJ, in the main event was good. Wasn't great, though. It never really hit that level they can get to. And I know they're probably saving everything they're going to do for the pay-per-views and their feud continuing on further. And at least they're making the U.S. title feel relevant again. The Ricochet got a big win last night, made the belt feel more important. I'm just upset that he had to lose tonight to engage in the feud, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, man. All right, well, fucking man, I'm gonna honestly, dude. I would do another. I was gonna go play games tonight, keep doing the review, but talking fucking fucks me up. Like at this point, I'm gonna get off, I guess, because this is fucking killing me, man. It really is. It's like really torturing me now. I need to go take some kind of ibuprofen after I just took antibiotics again. What's weird is this morning, dude. Like I woke this morning, it felt the best it's felt, and I was like, oh, this is great. It's the best it's felt. Then I took my antibiotics at like 11 a.m. and all day I was like, I bet you it's going to get better and better. And all of a sudden, in the last, I want to say like the last 2 hours, I felt worse than it's ever felt. Like, what the fuck? Like, my jaw's starting to hurt, like the side of my neck, and even my shoulder's weird. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it was going away, and then it was just all of a sudden, boom, it's back. Let's go.
Comes back and hits you.
Yeah, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna drink a bunch of water. God, it's fucking horrible. It could be maybe the headset fucking aggravated
putting
it.
pressure on it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what happened. I don't fucking know. It was fucking weird.
That's possible, pushing on it. So
it's been weird. But anyway, yeah, sorry, the stream was going down. YouTube was fucked, and I don't know what happened, but we came back, and a lot of calls came through. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to feel better, and I'll be able to continue the show longer. We'll do stuff on SmackDown. I got stuff coming to Patreon tomorrow, hopefully. And that's it, man. I hate to end the show earlier, but I'm going to because I'm going to go take some shit and figure out what the fuck's going on. And that's about it. Yeah, I got a bunch of Gatorade. I'm going to drink a whole bunch of all kinds of shit, you know? But, you know, I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. I got an ear infection, so what are you going to do? You know, it's an ear infection. But yeah, Raw was, I'd probably give Raw a 4 out of 10 tonight. It was, and in some ways it was pretty good, most of the show. And they obviously put Ricochet and AJ to keep us watching until the end. But, in the end it was weird. There was some nice parts, but I'm going 4 out of 10 tonight on Raw. And, yeah, that's about all I got, man. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I give it a 4, and I you know, you agree with me there. It just didn't have that level of interest like last week had. Too many crap matches, too many tag team things, too much thrown around, and the Undertaker being a surprise brought it up a point, but even that is pretty questionable. So,
yeah, I do not have free health care, by the way. I don't have health insurance. I went to the doctor the other day though, and it wasn't that bad. It was like $120 to see the doctor and get taken care of.
I dealt with expensive shit today too, and I'm telling you, it's awful.
Yeah. Oh God, if I went to the ER for this, it would be fucking just a nightmare.
$1,200 minimum.
Ugh. All right, well, we're out of here.
Stay sexy, everybody. We'll see you for SmackDown.
Thank you to John Montgomery, the top donator of the night, and everybody else who dropped a couple bucks. Thank you guys very much. And we'll try to bring it tomorrow night for the SmackDown review. John Montgomery taking the title home tonight. Take that fucking bell tone, John. And if you guys missed my 2-hour stream earlier today, I was live on the Corrupted Nation channel for 2 hours. It was pretty funny, I thought, and people had a good time, so go check that out. You guys will enjoy that on the youtube.com/corruptedpodcast channel, the Corrupted Nation channel. Good night. See you on Twitter @CorruptedPod. I'll update over there and on Patreon, let you know if I'm dying. And I'll see you tomorrow night.